All right, YouTube. Today I am going to do a quick review of one of my favorite tools. It is a knife. It's the Fiskars Axe Machete. Now, there's a few things I really like about this tool, and there's a few things that I really don't like about this tool. I'm going to go over the negatives first. So, and really it's just one thing that bothers the living heck out of me, and that is the sheath. Now, the Fiskars Axe Machete comes with an extremely good quality nylon sheath. Very thick, very heavy duty. It's got rivets all through it so that it doesn't come apart at the seams like these sheaths do. And because of the shape of this funky blade, and I'm holding it down with my knee so I can show you, it flaps open, and then you slide the machete down in there and then Velcro it shut. And then it also has a snap that goes across the handle so that when it's in the sheath, the snap holds across like the hilt, I guess, or whatever this is called. I'm sorry, I'm not a sword guy. Super good sheath. Now, the one really pain in the butt thing about this sheath is on the back side of it here, there is no belt loop. You cannot attach this to yourself in any way, shape, or form. So what you end up with is a really good, useful machete that you basically, once it's in the sheath, you just have to carry it around like this and then just set it wherever. And that to me, you know, coming from someone who's very active and very tactically minded, that's completely useless. I need to, if I'm hiking, you know, or camping, and I need to have my machete on my person, I need it attached to me, whether I attach it to my pack or to my belt or, you know, shoulder strap or something. So this is an extremely good sheath that is useless. All it does is keep the blade from cutting anyone, as you have to throw this around and lay it here and lay it here and throw it over here, because you cannot attach this to anything. That I don't get that. So something I did, which is kind of a cheat, but I actually took one of my knives, and where the material is stitched together, I went in here and I cut the threads in between these two rivets so that I can slide my belt through there and then have it like on my hip, which, you know, I get it. This is a very large machete. So, you know, having it on your hip isn't really that convenient. That's why these rivets should be, you know, the hollow rivets, so that you can at least strap this to like your molly or your pack or something. So really, really good, heavy duty, well-made sheath that is almost useless. Now, that's the bad side. The good side is the tool itself is absolutely phenomenal. I am a machete guy. I don't like carrying axes when I camp, because an axe or even a hatchet inherently is going to add, you know, 2.5 to 5 pounds to the stuff you have to carry. Whereas this, which is a machete and almost an axe, and you're only adding, you know, maybe 2 pounds. You know, it's not like carrying a full-size axe where you have a 5-pound chunk of steel at the end of a stick and you got to haul it around with you. Some really, really good things about this blade design. So you've got the body of the blade, which I have sharpened myself. With the curvature of the edge, it is not the easiest blade to sharpen. But You have the machete body here for just chopping, hacking, slicing, whatever you're doing. And then you have, even though it's the same thickness the whole way down the blade, the way that this bumps out like an axe head, it absolutely just works incredibly for chopping, you know, like you would do with an axe. And a plus to this design is this curve inside here, which does come sharpened. The edge is sharpened all the way from the tip, all the way around the bend and down the body of the blade. And even this little end bump out here is kind of sharp from the factory. And what that does is it creates this hook area for cutting vines, so that if you're, you know, in a viney situation or brambles, and you can hook this and cut, and I mean, that's just grass, and I've got it so sharp that it just cut right through. So that makes it really nice for like hook and pull to use that inside edge for cutting. Also, something I noticed for splitting firewood, because I wasn't too sure, you know, about batoning with this, because it is a very thin, for its size, it's very thin. And I thought, well, if I baton it, it may bend or warp. But what happens is, when you go to split firewood and you swing down with this, if you hit the firewood here in this section of the blade, having all this weight in the front, it actually propels it through the, you know, through the piece of firewood, chow, and splits very nicely. I don't know why everyone doesn't have a Fiskars Axe Machete, and anyone who, you know, is into machetes and you know, gardening and hiking and things, Fiskars, the company, if you ever break this, you mail it to them and they mail you a brand new one. Fiskars is one of the few companies that still has the absolute all day and all night guaranteed lifetime warranty. So if you're out in the woods surviving and camping and hiking, and for whatever reason, you know, I don't know, you fall and break the blade or something, you just send it to them, you get a brand new one. I mean, American companies don't even have that guarantee anymore. And these are made in, I think, Sweden or somewhere like that. Don't quote me on that. This is, I didn't research for this video or anything. I love this machete. I use it all the time, and I just want to put this on the web to just to kind of brag on it a little bit, that it's a very good survival tool. Another side note is this handle is absolutely phenomenal. Very comfortable, very ergonomic. Your hand cannot slip up and hit the blade because you've got the swell up here and then this guard down here, and there's enough room to get 2.5 hands on this handle, so you can really go to town swinging with this thing. Absolutely love the machete and highly recommend it to anyone who is outdoorsy, hiking, you know, fishing, boating, just anything like that. And I would not hesitate to defend myself with this thing, you know, from a wild boar or a bear or, you know, God forbid, you know, wolves or something. I mean, the thing is long and it is beastly, and it will chop. It comes pretty darn sharp. It comes, what I would say is like, you know, axe sharp, quote unquote axe sharp. But I actually just took my angle grinder with a sanding pad and I just keep it like razor sharp from you know, starting say here all the way up around the bends to the tip, you know. And this end is good for push cutting too. You know, you got some vines or crap that you need to, you know, you push cut, push. And great tool, great everyman tool. You don't have to baby it, beat the hell out of it, and it just keeps cutting. So thanks, I hope this helps, and enjoy.